Jessica, the fietslogger, which is Dutch for bicycle vlogger. I'm on another bike adventure, traveling from Milan to Rome, 800 kilometers, more than 10,000 meters altitude in 1 week. Oh, and yes, on a speed pedelec. I'm on the road with High Biking Experience, a Dutchman, Benno. He started this company. He used to own a swimming pool actually, and instead of, going with a pension, he's almost 60 years old. He decided to buy 10 speed pedelecs, which is quite an investment, and start organizing cycling adventures in Europe, in France and Italy. And apparently he's the first one doing that. After Lombardy and Emilia-Romagna, it's time for Tuscany, the world-renowned destination for great food, history and architecture. Just above Lucca, we see this beautiful cycling bridge. We're in Lucca, first touristic place actually on this trip. I actually heard Dutch, so that means, like I'm Dutch, that there's some tourists here. So far, just Italians everywhere, very quiet. It's good weather though, everyone is having their lunch. It's a good vibe here, nice. I guess in the summer it gets really crowded here, but now in September it's pretty good. Having some lunch and then we cycle on. South of Lucca we stumble upon the Aqueduct of Nottolini. This structure from the 19th century was 3 kilometers long and brought water from the mountains to the city. After that we meet a sheep herder. Pretty cool, huh? Then we reach Agriturismo Streda, located on a vineyard and with a swimming pool. It's located near Vinci, where Leonardo da Vinci was born. Time for a swim. A swimming pool in Tuscany with a vineyard. I was trying to pretend there's no one here, but close. Cheers. Because we arrived so early, we had plenty of time to enjoy the view. That's a good thing of cycling on a speed pedelec, I guess. And after a good night of sleep, you could see the morning fog over the rolling hills. Idyllic. Tuscany as I know it from the pictures, but then in real life. This is the Alpes. At every break the van stops. The van has spare batteries and spare bikes. Every break we get a new battery. I'm very light, I'm 50 kilos, so I probably would only need one battery for the whole day, but if you're heavier, you use up more. And just to play safe, just be sure that we don't run out, because if you don't have a battery anymore, if you run out of power, then it's really hard work. So that's why every time in a break we get a new battery. And there's also a recap function on your bike. When you're going down, you can put that on and you will feel resistance. And you're actually charging your battery. And the good thing is that you don't really need your brakes because there's resistance, so you don't have to brake, and meanwhile you're charging your battery. So that's also a way to help a bit out. Tuscany has some very famous cities, but there's still hidden gems as well. The best way to find them is on a bicycle, of course. San Gimignano, dat is toch, hoe zeg je dat? San Gimignano.
Ik ga nog een keer voor je uit.
San Gimignano. San Gimignano.
Siminano. Siminano.
San Gimignano. Gimignano. Ja. Gimignano. San Gimignano.
Een beetje lelijk gezicht met twee.
San Gimignano. Thank you. San Gimignano. That's where I'm just having a nice espresso. That's all I wanted to say. Nice break. We made it into Siena, a famous city, and normally when I'm in a city like this I wanted to see as many things as possible, but this time I just chilled out. They were playing some classical music opposite the cathedral, walked around a bit in those narrow streets. You can make pictures everywhere. Went to the restaurants, just chilled out, a bit like being a local. And then it was time for the speed pedelec again. After a taste of charming cities, cypress trees and farms, we are heading for a rougher part of Tuscany, a total different landscape. And then on to the finish line, Rome. Hope to see you next week for a new video. Oh yes, and it would be great if you can subscribe and like this video as well. Thank you! See you next week. Happy cycling! Time for ice cream, finally.